If your choruses aren't hitting as hard as you'd like them to, then today I'm going to give you 5 tips that you can use on your next production. These are tricks I've learned over the years in the endless war to make the biggest, loudest song ever, and you would have heard them on most of the videos on my channel. Very quick, before I get into the video, if you'd like feedback on your tracks, click the first link in the description. You'll also find links to my impulse responses, which you can check out if you like the guitar sound in this video. Alright, so here's the track I've made to demonstrate. We've got a verse leading into a chorus, and the chorus currently has nothing on it apart from drums and bass. So I'll show you how that sounds like. Okay, so obviously the chorus is quite bare now, and you probably expect me to put rhythm guitar in it, but I'm actually going to save the rhythm guitar for the end. And first we're going to start with the ambient guitars. I think they've kind of become part of my signature sound or whatever. So I'll show you how I do that. So you can see it's sort of like long notes of tremolo picking out a melody, and then we're going to do that a couple more times to create like a big soundscape. Okay, so I've recorded a couple more tracks. I think the key with this is I'm trying not to play the same thing on any of the tracks. So, for example, the second one is lower, and then the third one's sort of in between. And I think doing that creates a sort of bigger soundscape than if you're playing all in the same region. And also, you don't want them to clash with each other. So I'll show you how that sounds now. Okay, cool. So next we're going to add some pianos, and I don't know what we're going to play there yet, but I'll just play around the piano and see if I can come up with something that sounds cool. Maybe something like that. Okay, we'll track that and then see if we can edit the notes after the fact. Okay, so here's our piano track. I'll just play it in solo for now, and then I'll show you what I might add to this to make it even bigger. Okay, so you can see it's just a simple motif. It kind of has some slight variations. First thing it needs to be quantized, so let me just do that now. I'll just quantize it a couple times. Not 100%, but just close enough. And I think I'll add some root notes to this just below the piano motif, just to see if it can make the chords stand out more. Okay, cool. So that's sounding good. So I reckon I'll also have a pedal note at the top. Maybe I'll play that over and over again. Okay, again we'll quantize that, and then we'll listen to how that sounds. Okay, final change, I'm just going to change this one note here before the repeat. I'm just going to move it down. It's now going to go, which I think sounds a bit more like it's heading into the repeat. And then now when we play that in the mix, it sounds like this. So you can see it's already starting to come together. So I think next I'll add a sort of high guitar riff and see if that will help the chorus stand out a bit more. Okay, let's listen to that. Alright, and next we'll finally add the rhythm guitar. The reason I've waited this long is to show you that even without the rhythm guitar, this bit can still sound huge. So often it's all the other stuff other than the main guitars that are adding all the size to a part. And you know, with the rhythm guitars, I'm going to keep them quite simple. I'm just going to play the power chords. I'm not going to do anything fancy. But with all this other stuff, as soon as I add the rhythm guitars, the part's going to explode. Okay, and now let's listen to what it sounds like. I'll play it from a bit further back. So you can see, now that we've added the rhythm guitars, it's all kind of coming together, and all the layers we've added, they're supporting each other. In this case, I've gone too far for the effect, just for the video. Not every chorus needs 3 leads and piano and everything. So you'll have to decide which bits you want and which bits you don't want. But even like this, where I think it's a bit too much, I think it still sounds good. The final tip we're going to do is really simple. We're just going to chop the start of the chorus to make the hit harder, and I'll show you how to do that. We're going to find where that first snare is, the first snare hit of the chorus. So it's right there. And we're going to just chop the rhythm guitars and the bass before that. So you can see it's nearly there, but it's not quite. So what else we need to do? I think we should take out the high leads as well, and then add an impact on that snare hit. And I think the whole part will come together. Okay, we've got the impact in, and I've also taken the cymbals out right at the start of the chorus, and then the cymbals finally kick in when all the instruments kick in. So it's going to sound like this. Cool, so you can see it doesn't take much, just a couple layers and a bit of arrangement, and you can create something that sounds massive in not much time. If you found this useful, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's it for now. See you later.